Hi everyone, welcome back to Save with Jarod. I'm Jarod, and today I'm going to be walking us through 5 quick tips on do I really need life insurance? Firstly, my new website, savewithjarod.co.za, is live, up and running. So if you want to see what I do, or just want to send me a message, go check it out. So let's get into it. So we all see those life insurance premiums coming off our account each and every month. And let's be honest, it's a lot of money. And we've all had that thought pop into our heads at least once. Do I actually need this? Well, today I'm going to help you to see if you need it or not. Also remember that this doesn't include disability or dreaded disease, which in my opinion, we all need without a doubt. But that's an entirely different video. So, in financial planning, we have something that we call the 5 problems of life. And those are living too long, dying too soon, inflation and tax, being hospitalized, disability and dreaded disease. Life cover forms part of dying too soon. So what does this all mean, and do we need it? Well, here's a few questions you're going to have to ask yourself first. Number 1, do you have debt? If you have debt, you need life insurance. Do you have a bond on your home? Do you have an HP on your vehicle? Do you have a personal loan? Do you have enough money to pay off all of those debts if you pass away? That's why you need life cover. If you pass away, all of that debt gets added to your estate, and that has to be settled before any of your beneficiaries receive a single thing that you've left for them. Life cover is a cheap fix for settling all of your debt. You don't have to have all of that money saved up to settle all of that outstanding debt. Just a simple, reasonable life policy will do just fine. Don't let your beneficiaries be burdened by your debt. Remember, if you are married in community of property, which most marriages are, your partner is now responsible for your debt. Don't let that happen. Number 2, do I have enough for transfer costs? So, you've watched my video, How to Pay Off Your Home in 7 years, and like an absolute pro, you've paid off your home in that time frame. So, all good, right? Well, not really. I've heard so many people over the years say to me, Jarod, I have a paid off home to give my family when I pass away. I don't need life cover. Yes, you do have a debt-free home to pass on to your family. But did you know that there are transfer costs involved, even if it's paid off? Let's say you have a R1.5 million home paid off. The transfer costs to merely transfer this onto your spouse or family member's name is going to be around 47,000 Rand. And that's not even including the lawyer's fees, which is probably going to add up to another 10 to 15,000 Rand. And this is going to have to be paid in full, in cash. If you leave your beneficiary enough life cover to cover all of these costs, they're not going to be stuck in a tough position to try and come up with that cash. Number 3, do you have enough money to provide for your family should you pass away? So this is something I feel that people haven't really taken into account and don't take into account. Let me explain. If any of you have dependents, I want you to do something for me. I want you to imagine the daily cost of living and how you contribute to them. Pay for the rent, pay for school fees, pay for groceries, pay for electricity, water, rates, etc. Right? Got it? Now, I want you to take yourself and your income out of that picture. Can your kids afford to go to the school they're currently going to right now? Can they afford to live in the home that they're in right now? Can your dependents maintain their lifestyles without your income there? If the answer is no, and in 90% of cases that is the case, then you definitely need life cover. So, how much do you need? Well, ideally as a minimum, you'd require 10 times your current annual salary. So, for example, if you're earning 10,000 Rand a month right now, and that's 120,000 Rand annually, you'll need a minimum of 1.2 million Rand life cover. And I do mean a minimum. Number 4, do I have enough for death expenses? Now, when I talk about death expenses, I don't mean funeral costs. What I'm talking about is estate duty costs. You know the saying, the only thing that is certain is death and taxes? Yeah, they were right. Executors' fees are 3.5% excluding VAT. So, on a 1 million rand estate, you're going to need a minimum of about 40,000 rand, and that's payable in cash. Master's fees can get up to about 7,000 rand, and that's payable to the master's court. You want to transfer that paid off property to a family member? Well, there are rates and taxes that are payable to the city council, and those can be the equivalent of up to 6 months payable in advance. And there are still so many expenses that I haven't touched on yet. Now, if you have an estate of over 3.5 million rand, you're going to have to pay 20% estate duty taxes on top of that. So let's say, for an example, you have a 5 million rand estate. You will get a 3.5 million rand abatement from SARS, which means you're left with 1.5 million rand. That means you're going to have to pay 300,000 rand in estate duties. That's a lot of money. And all of those have to be payable in cash when winding up the estate. All of these have to be paid in full. And if you don't have that kind of cash saved up, you need life assurance. So these are just a few of the questions that you need to ask yourself. I'm pretty sure that most of us answered no to at least one of those questions. And if so, yeah, you guessed it, you need life assurance. Life assurance is such an essential component of financial planning, and it's often the first thing that we chat to our clients about. It just unfortunately carries a bad stigma around it. Sure, we don't like talking about death, but it's a reality that we have to be prepared for. Chat to your financial advisor and ask them to work out all of those costs for you. They will help you. If you're a young person with no debt, no dependents, and no one that you want to leave anything to, then yeah, you don't need life assurance. Right now that is. But remember, you need disability and dreaded disease cover. As always, thanks so much for watching. And I hope this video has helped you in some way and added value to your life. Share this with as many people as you like if you feel it can help them. And consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this. Also, check out my blog on Tumblr and my podcast on podbean.com for the audio only and written versions of these episodes. See you guys next time, and remember, keep saving.